I didn't know I was on the air. Welcome, 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 and thank you for tuning in to Where is the Love? I am your host. I am Stephanie Hawkenholm. Joining me is my son, my co-host, Gene Williams.
That was hilarious.
Cause it stopped, and you know what I was waiting for? I was waiting for the intro,
Right,
and I didn't hear it. So I was
right,
like, okay, I don't hear the intro. So I was typing, and
right.
then I was like, where's the intro? Oh, he must have brought me on the stage.
It was like you're like doo, 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 doo.
Listen, y'all, I was getting some stuff together. Happy Mother's Day to you.
Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's
Ain't
Day. And happy
ain't
Mother's
it?
Day to you.
Thank you, son. Ain't it something how we're always multitasking? We're always doing so many different things. That was just an example. I tricked y'all. No, I'm just kidding.
Like, no, you was caught off guard for real, for real.
um, yeah, I'm streaming this to my audience. So, uh, Gene, tell them how they can watch us. You can catch us on our YouTube channels.
Amazon Fire. Our
Yeah,
YouTube channel is Love Misunderstood Institute. Premier Fitness 0210. Also, you can go to Roku TV and look under POD TV. Is it Space Live? Something like that.
yep.
Okay.
Space LIVE, and
Yeah, yeah.
watch us live on Roku or Amazon Fire right now
Right now.
while we're on the air. So we are going to be talking about leaders. We've been talking about bullying in the workplace. And also, you can watch us on podtv.tv. That is the website you can watch us on. So I should be streaming to my Facebook page right now. I hope. I'm gonna have to check in just a minute. But yeah, y'all, we are talking about bullying in the workplace. We're talking about leaders. We're talking about teams. We're talking about cultivating uh, a
Healthy work
workplace.
environment.
Yeah, healthy work environment, cultivating um, the healthy work environment. Because listen, we all work 8, 10, 12 hours a day, 4, 5, 6 days a week, depending on how many hours a day you work. And so we got to be there with people, and so we need to be able to learn how to deal with people, how to be around people, and how to work with people. We are live. It did work. Whew. Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah, caught my breath.
Mhm.
So
Inhale.
you wanna yeah. I'm a little excited because I messed up. So you want to get started on today we're going to be talking about giving some tips and information on how leaders can lead their teams.
Right.
um, because people say do this, do that, but then if you're not a good example of it, then you know you talking to you're not doing what you say. So
Right.
nobody wants to hear you. No, you're not a good example. Excuse me. People don't want to listen to you.
Right.
Simple as
Yep.
that. Because you're saying one thing and doing something else.
Yep.
And so it's really important to say what you mean what you say, be an example, of what you're saying.
Right.
So, leading your team is our topic for today. You want to start, son?
Yeah, for sure. All right. Um, I did wanted to say this kind of to just caps on what you were saying. Like literally, we all work at least 40 hours a week, and that is you. There are 168 hours in each week.
Yeah.
Shoot, I didn't know I was going to have to edit that. Anyway, 68, 160, I said it right. But
I'm
yeah, so
checking.
that's
I'm
40
checking
hours.
this.
Right, right. I had to think about it again. It's 24 times seven. Okay, yeah. Anyway, so 40 hours a day. That's
168.
yeah. I said, my math game is still mathing. But
Okay.
you know, but you do that like 5 6 days a week, so that's up to 200 to 240 hours. Um, just a week. That's just crazy. So as a leader, you have to, like you said, set the tone, um, and create an environment where people will be excited to spend that time. I
Yeah.
mean that's a sacrifice. You got to be away from family. You got to be, a lot of us have to be away from things that we really want to do to, provide for our families. So yeah,
Yep.
leaders are very important. So
Yeah.
anyway, saying all of that to say, how can leaders demonstrate respect to win employees and gain respect? Here are several ways leaders can demonstrate respect for their employees at their work. Number one, a big one, active listening. Give your full attention when employees are speaking, showing that their thoughts and concerns are valued. Like that is a huge thing in all relationships, to be an active listener, and not
Yep.
look for a lot of us look for we listen to respond as opposed to listen to understand, and there's a huge difference.
Yes. Absolutely.
And number two, open communication. Encourage an environment where employees feel comfortable sharing ideas, feedback, and concerns openly in all relationships. In order to, you want to say something?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, in order to have a healthy relationship, again, open communication. The first two are extremely important. Open communication and active listening. When you're able to express yourself freely and openly without judgment, without fear of some kind of negative consequence, then you're more comfortable and it's easy. It's an easier work environment. You're able to work at your highest capacity because you're in a comfortable space. But when you're tense and you feel like you can't express yourself, then you know you're just always walking on eggshells, and that's not a good place to be. And it's exhausting,
Right. Mentally and emotionally.
right? And physically too, sure.
Yeah.
um, Number three, recognition. Acknowledge and appreciate employees' contributions and accomplishments regularly. Absolutely. Number four, empowerment. Provide opportunities for employees to take on challenging tasks and make meaningful decisions.
Yep.
When you have
Remember
power,
these. Go ahead.
no, no, you go
Remember,
ahead.
audience, these are several ways that leaders can demonstrate respect for their employees and their work. And those are the tips that Gene has given now. Go ahead.
Yeah. So again, empowerment, giving people opportunities to make a difference with their work. To stand out. Like we all want that.
Yep.
Number five is extremely important as well. Work life balance. Respect employees' personal time and promote a healthy balance between work and life responsibilities.
Yep.
Man. Because you need one for the other and vice versa, and you need one because of the other. It's important that when people are operating in these fields, that they're able to have a peaceful energy when they're there, so that they don't go home taking the drama from work uh, home, and vice
Right.
versa, taking drama from home to work. Man, like it's just that's no rest.
Right.
I've been there before.
You've been there, done that.
I've been there, done that. Have t-shirts and tattoos to prove it. All right. Professional development. Support employees' growth and development through training, mentoring, and advancement opportunities. Yeah, man, dead end jobs. No one wants to go to a job where there's no opportunity for growth or advancement. And if people get training while they're on the job to do the job, it not only helps them with the job, which helps you financially, your bottom line, but man, it's just again that makes that person feel better about themselves. Now I got a higher
Right,
position, I got another title, I got this, that, and the third, I got a new degree or whatever. Now they feel okay, so they bring it to they bring it better. That's just people who are confident are more productive.
right.
That's just a fact. That's just a fact, people.
That's true. Very true.
All right.
You want me to
Tran
do
yeah, that's cool.
which one? Fairness.
Transparency. Transparency.
Transparency. Be transparent about company goals, strategies, and decisions to build trust and credibility. If we're not being transparent about things that's happening with the company, how can we really truly expect people to do a good job? We just talked last week about withholding work
Hmm.
information. If you're
Gatekeeping.
withholding, huh?
Gatekeeping.
Yep. If you're withholding work information, how can you expect somebody to really get the job done and to, get it, without having, how can you expect them to do a good job and you're not giving them everything they need, all the
Right.
details to do the job? Doesn't work like
Right.
that. So, number 8, flexibility. Offer flexible work arrangements when possible to accommodate employees' needs and preferences. Be flexible. You have to be flexible. You might have a plan to do something one way and it might not work that way for everybody. So some you have to be willing to be flexible. Maybe one person out of 10 understand it the way that you're describing it, but maybe the other 9 don't. So how be flexible enough to change up things to still get the job done, but to make it where everybody can understand what the heck they're supposed to be doing.
Yep.
So go to Gene so you can become flexible.
Yeah,
join join Premier Fitness.
I'll get you there. Flexible and strong.
All right, so excuse me, collaboration. Foster a collaborative and inclusive work environment where diverse perspectives are valued and encouraged. Collaboration is a good thing. You can't live in fear like I did. I'm not the only person, but you can't live in fear of, people taking things from you and doing damage to you, um, in your organization. Um, if you want people to help you, you know,
Yeah.
you can't. And the thing that I hear a lot and have heard a lot is you don't live on an island by yourself.
Right.
So it's so many people in the world, and you don't have all the answers. So maybe you have one piece and they have another piece. Maybe there's 5 pieces in order to make this thing work as a whole. Well, maybe you need 4 different people. You're one of those pieces and you need 4 other pieces. So collaboration, Mark said, is important in all parts of life. It really is.
Hmm. And
So fit, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, for me, I enjoy as it pertains to work and like doing events and things like that. It's like just bringing two different types of, you know, uh, like different types of energy and thought processes and perspectives, and putting it all in a pot and stirring them together. You have a different type of gumbo.
Yep.
It's like, oh, if I had done this, it would have been nothing like that. But you got 5 different perspectives that work
Yep.
in this one thing, and I was like, whoa. This is
Yep.
way bigger than I ever, thought it
Yep.
could be.
Yep.
So I enjoy collaborating as long as everybody holds their end. If it's 5 people, we need to be at least doing 20% to make 100. Okay.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Because you just leaning on one person or one company, that's
Right.
not good. Everybody is called teamwork.
Right.
Teamwork gets it done. Teamwork, they say, make the dream
Makes
work.
the dream
Well,
work. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
so feedback. Feedback. Provide constructive feedback and coaching to help employees improve performance and achieve their goals. You have to give feedback. If you don't give feedback, people don't know, if they're messing up and you're not, letting them know, for example, then they'll keep messing up. If they're doing a good job and you're not telling them, then they might get weary from doing good and just start messing up.
Mm.
So
Right.
provide constructive feedback, specifically if
Right.
they're messing up. Give them constructive feedback. Don't be jumping on them and talking down to them and humiliating them, and that's bullying.
Right.
So you have to learn how and insulting them. Don't when you do that, then like I said, you're bullying and then people won't do a good job because
Right.
now they're going to be coming to work stressed out all the time because this person is going to come around me and so I know they're going to humiliate my work or insult my work. So sometimes you just start messing up a lot.
Right. Yep. And also, when you give feedback, if you have to give some, like constructive criticism, like there's a term in psychology, the compliment sandwich. Start with giving them a compliment about something that they do well, and then in the middle of it all, give them the criticism, but kind, in a kind fashion, and then you end it with a compliment. So you didn't just tear them down. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
you're doing this great, but this
Yeah.
could be fixed. But
Yeah.
you're great overall. You know what I'm saying? It's something along those lines. But a
Yeah.
compliment is called a compliment sandwich.
Yeah. And we're going to get into some of that too,
Yeah.
with some of what we're doing. So Mark said that's why Gene and I are collaborating and do Biden's second inauguration party.
Well, I
And
mean,
then
as
he
long as I
said,
get
let's
paid.
claim it. What'd
There
you
we
say?
go. I get paid. Let's get paid. I'll take
Mark,
the paycheck. I'll take the Biden paycheck. Let's go.
Mark, you a mess. Okay, so respectful conduct. Set an example of, I'm sorry. I'm seeing my words on this and I'm like, how is that? Okay. Respectful conduct. Set an example of respectful behavior and enforce policies that promote a respectful workplace culture. Respect is so important. If you ain't getting respect, man. G G said go to the left. Uh, I'm like Aretha. All I want is RESPECT.
Find out what it means to live.
Right. RESPECT.
CKTCP.
Hey! Okay, y'all, we like to have fun. All right, so number 13, empathy. Show empathy and understanding towards employees' challenges, both personal and professional. We're going to give you some examples of empathy uh, as we go throughout the show. So that's so important. What you want to add, Gene?
Yeah, yeah. For instance, like if you had an employee who had a passing of some sort, hey, listen, please, if you need to take off a few weeks, whatever, just and check up on them. That's another thing. Show that you're genuinely concerned, that you're genuinely concerned about them. And that's the deal. Let them have some time off, or just anything that that will bring them peace. Um, and the same kind of empathy that you want. If you're going through something, you want people to give you grace. So
Right.
Give the grace that you would desire. Be the change
Exactly.
that you want to see in the world.
Right. You so silly. Pamela, hey Pamela.
And I ain't seeing none of the
Thank
comments. I can't see
it.
nothing.
She's on my Facebook page.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
So she's watching and she said good evening. Um so support, I'm gonna let you go now. So we are talking about we are giving several ways, giving tips, several ways leaders can demonstrate respect for their employees and their work is what we're giving examples of.
Yep.
Go ahead,
All right.
Gene.
So number 14 is
Yeah.
offer support and resources to help employees overcome obstacles and succeed in their roles. Yeah, and so it kind of goes back to what I was saying. Just a person is going through something, or even if they're struggling with something at work. If you can give them some insight, or help them work through a certain process, or provide the resources to help them get there. As a leader, that again. That not only does that show that you care about the person, the individual that you're supporting, but it's also showing that you care about the company as a whole.
Yep.
So,
Happy Mother's Day, Pamela.
happy Mother's Day.
Excuse me. She said, hey. So wellness initiatives.
Yeah, yeah. Yes, that's my thing there. So but seriously though, I do create corporate wellness programs for different companies. Um, so worldwide, check a brother out. Premier Fitness Incorporated.com. Oh yes,
All
it's
right.
launched now. We going there now. Anyway, so
Come on with the
um,
wellness work.
you know. Anyway, implement wellness programs and initiatives to support employees' physical, mental, and emotional well-being. I ain't even gonna unfold it for y'all like that. It's important though that you have a wellness program for your employees because in order for them to do their job well, their mind, like it says, your mind, body, and emotions need to be in a good place. Exercise is a perfect way to again increase physical, mental, and emotional well-being. Um, have uh, workshops and different lunch and learns where you have them eat healthy food, teach them how to eat, provide healthy food. There are different ways to do that. I've actually done that for a pretty big company, and it was really, really fun. But
That's great.
but the thing that I enjoy most about it is how the employees reacted to it. Just knowing that there were that the company cared enough
Yep.
to regularly create opportunities for them to uh, get in better shape.
Right.
Know how to eat better, know what to eat, when to eat, and all of those things. We did a slew of different things, but they loved that company and they stuck with the company. Most of them for like 15 plus years because the company continuously showed that they cared.
Wow. Yeah, it's important to know that because it helps you want to come to work,
Right.
you know.
Yep. Agreed. Appreciation. Number 16 goes right into what I was saying. Express gratitude and thank employees for their hard work and dedication regularly. And again, the fitness program falls into that, but just the regular, just expressing gratitude for the fact that they're there every day working hard to make sure that your company, you know, has a solid bottom line and is progressing. Um,
Yep.
that makes people feel okay. Whoa, I gotta thank you from the president.
Right.
You know what? I'm gonna come in to work early tomorrow. Not tomorrow, tomorrow. And you gotta shake when you say it like that.
Mark said, I love lunch and learns. And he said, you mean I can't just eat potato chips and soda and ice cream
Right.
every day?
Right.
No, Mark.
Right. Exactly.
And
No,
then
sir.
he gonna thank me for giving him that chocolate chip cookie out of the vending machine. Mark, I am not
You
involved.
know. Yeah. But Lunch and Learns is actually one of the things that I provided for that company. I would have different professionals with different, health and wellness backgrounds. Like I had a chiropractor company come in. I had acupuncturists come in. I had, nutritionists come in and give them a whole program. Like that was something. And then I'd have, a caterer come and fix healthy food. So, and they loved it. Like they ate that up. They were like, when y'all doing another one?
Yeah,
Who you bringing next time? I brought a massage therapist. Oh, they love that. And he booked
yeah.
so many people. He was like, listen, I need a time out, time out. I done got 200 calls. I only got two hands.
Well, it's awesome that you did that, and you should do that more often because
Oh
I
yeah,
mean, you saw how it
right,
helped, you know, the people, and you know how it helps you. So you
right.
should, do that more often. And it sounds like you got something going on that you're already putting that in motion.
Oh yeah.
Okay, all right, Inc.
Slowly but surely, you know what I'm saying?
Premier
Incorporated, baby.
Fitness Inc.
In, incorporated, baby. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm
Pop your
saying?
collar.
I gotta find it for hold. There it is. There it is.
You
Yeah.
so silly. Okay, go to the appreciation part.
Yeah, that's what we just did.
Okay.
Feedback. Yeah. Feedback mechanisms. Establish channels for employees to provide feedback and suggestions for improving the workplace.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, and that's important because they work on the ground with whatever you're working on, with whatever
Yeah.
the company provides, so they know. So when you get advice from them, it could elevate the company as a whole.
Yep.
So yeah, like those box suggestion boxes or something, will do a lot. Or even have meetings where you allow people to just speak their minds and you
Right.
have write it down, and then if it's a good idea, call them up. Hey, how do we implement this? And let
Yeah.
them break it down and build that program. You'd be surprised. That person will go from like mediocre worker to top notch just
Right.
because you gave them an opportunity.
Yeah, because you gave them a reason to. You just did appreciation. You gave them a reason to appreciate you, to appreciate
Hmm.
the company as a whole, and to appreciate, being able, the ability to be able to do the work.
Right. Yep. Number 18 is equality. Promote diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives to create a fair and respectful work environment for all employees. No one wants to work for a company where you can see nepotism. This
Yep.
person gets favoritism and that person, but everybody else is treated like trash.
Yeah.
No. That's a very toxic environment, and you will have a high turnover rate. That's just how those companies go.
Yeah.
But you treat everybody, regardless of race, gender, sexuality, uh, background, whatever. Treat everybody like they are equal because they are.
Right.
We all created from the same source, so we are all equal. No one has more power than the other. So treat everyone like that, and you will have an environment where people feel seen and heard,
Yeah.
and that is a peaceful environment, work environment.
Yes. Exactly.
All right, conflict resolution. Anytime a whole bunch of people are around each other, adults, children, anything, there's gonna be conflict. You
Yeah.
trust and believe. You trust and believe.
Yeah.
But anyway, address conflicts and issues promptly and fairly, promoting a positive and harmonious workplace. Yeah. Um, yeah, just keeping this keeping conflict resolved as much as possible because you could squash it and just push it down, and then that energy is still there. But if you address it and you resolve it, then everybody's able to go back to a place of peace at work. But
Yeah.
man, if you ignore it, oof, that's like a cancer that's gonna grow. Next
Yep.
thing you know, your whole company is dead, looking like thinner.
Hey,
Can you
Lori
see
Glaze,
me?
Josh, thank you for joining us. We are talking about leaders, um, and we are giving several ways leaders can demonstrate respect for their employees and their work. And so we are at number 19. We've given some, well, number 20, conflict resolution was number 19. So we had one more point, and then we're giving some examples of how they, of things that they can do to create and cultivate a peaceful work environment free from bullying.
Yep.
So the last, I'll do it and then go on to the next part. Or you want to do it?
Okay. All right.
Okay.
So, and last but not least is workplace safety. Prioritize employee safety and well-being by implementing safety measures and protocols. Man, especially if you work in like a warehouse or something like that, or somewhere that you can get injured. Period. Man, like showing that you care, showing that you have measures in place that will save a person if something happens. Makes people feel a little more comfortable to do whatever job that they
Right.
have.
Because they know you care about their safety.
And also, not only just have it, but like demonstrate it to people. Like there was uh, weekly, uh, we would have to go over like the protocol just to make sure that everybody knows it. There's certain things you can wear, you can't wear around, machinery. For instance, if you have loose hanging clothes or necklaces that get caught up in conveyor belts or hair hanging down. There's just different things. So
Yeah.
yeah, you need to go over those so people stay aware of them, and then actually put into to act the protocol.
Yeah. And make sure you stick with it. Don't just create it, but stick with it. So leaders should correct bad behavior. Employees that fail to treat people respectfully should be given fair notice about their behavior, along with clear direction about what needs to change. Impolite behavior must be dealt with swiftly. Remember, we are talking about bullying and creating and cultivating a workplace environment, a peaceful workplace environment. Um, and so here are some key actions and behaviors that contribute to a great team in the workplace, and some things leaders may say to help provide peace of mind for the people they lead. So we talked about clear communication. We mentioned that. So regular and transparent communication fosters trust and keeps everyone aligned. If you're able to trust the people that you work with or the people that are in leadership or above them, still in leadership positions, just in higher leadership positions, if you're able to trust them, then you're able to go to them. You know, that helps create and foster, good communication. Um, because I can go to them, without judgment. They gonna help me, with whatever, give me whatever tips that's gonna help me, process this or get through this. Um, and that's very important, when it comes to respect and respecting, leadership and respecting your fellow employees. You
Right,
have to be able to communicate. You have to feel that you can go to them and communicate with them.
right,
So, when it comes to clear communication, an empathetic leader may say, I understand that clear communication is crucial for us to work together effectively together. Let's ensure that everyone is on the same page and feels comfortable expressing their thoughts and ideas. So, number two, you want to add something?
No, no, you're good.
Okay, so I'm gonna do this one, then you can do the next one. So, collaborative problem solving, working together to solve challenges leads to innovative solutions. So, for that, an empathetic leader may say, let's work collaboratively to solve challenges. Your input is valuable, and together we can come up with innovative solutions that benefit the entire team. Don't that make you feel good when a boss or a leader, even a coworker, when anybody in life says that to you? And okay, I see you're willing to work with me, so that opens that person up a little bit more, because you're
Mhm.
letting them know, I'm willing to work with you. Uh-oh.
Yeah, I just had. I was going to ask you. If it wasn't anything bad. It wasn't even all that funny and everything. But I was going to tell y'all because I put it in the chat because y'all were talking about that notion of collaboration and leadership and all along those lines. But I remember when we were physically at the building at the testing company that I worked for and everything. One of the greatest things that I saw in leadership was when they actually required that we took a course in CPR and all along those lines. So we actually took a break and all along those lines. So, like I said, I don't know that I remember those procedures. Probably have to get a refresher's course, but I do remember that we took that break and got away from the day-to-day work in order to learn how to have those CPR courses, and that to me was an example of great leadership. The fact that they
Mhm.
initiated that and had everybody learn that skill set. So I just wanted to share that with y'all because this was before the pandemic and everything, but they all had us come out
Yeah.
there and learn that and everything. And the other thing that I was saying is that I do remember there was another job I had, which was shipping and receiving, and you're talking about those fashion protocols. I did like these fashion protocols because I did do some physical work with shipping and receiving, but I could not stand those safety shoes. And if you've ever run safety shoes, you know that they are cumbersome as all get out. Of my Lion jeans,
Yes.
they are as cumbersome as
Yes.
they can be, and they are a
Mhm.
nuisance, but they are requirements. So,
Right.
I wear them every day, I know, and have been for the
Yeah.
last 3 years.
Right.
Doing some work that I never thought I'd be doing. So going to the CPR is very important. It's great
Mhm.
that they, brought that in, because you never know
And
what
prioritize.
might happen to yourself or a coworker.
right.
And
Right.
so you have those skills, and so for them to implement that, in the job, to make sure that everybody, got that information and that training, that's very important. So that's great that they did that. A lot of companies need to do that.
Yeah.
um, and more companies are doing that, and so they, included, as part of the organization,
Mhm.
and the skills that they, require. And some make it optional,
Right.
like the job I'm on now, they say, we offer this and it's up to you to take it. So some make it optional, but when they do that, that shows that they care.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think it might have
Yeah.
been optional with us as well, but I know a number of my coworkers, including myself, did decide to take advantage of that. And like I said, it was a few years ago because it was definitely before the pandemic. But if we ever go back physical, or if I see even some of those refresher courses, I'll probably go back and try to get some of those
Yeah.
refresher courses to try to remember that I don't remember and all along those
Yeah.
lines. But it's very important and all in that space. I'm gonna let y'all go back.
Right.
The only other thing I was saying, I was teasing Gene because I was saying that there was going to be an HR meeting, and the furry said that he would get a tattoo if you would go ahead and wear that rabbit suit and everything. So that
What?
yes, I had to teach you about that.
um
Mm,
so respect and empathy, number
yeah.
3, you want to do that, or
Yeah.
you
I got
want?
it. I got it. All right. So, valuing each team member's perspective and showing empathy builds a positive environment. An empathetic leader may say, I appreciate and respect your perspective. It's important for us to value each other's opinions and show empathy towards one another to create a positive and inclusive environment.
Yep.
Number four is shared goals, aligning everyone's efforts towards common objectives ensures focus and motivation. An empathetic leader may say, let's align our efforts towards our common goal. By working together towards these objectives, excuse me, goodness, we can stay focused and motivated as a team.
So that's really good too, because I mean, you see the efforts that the leader, these are
Mhm.
examples of leaders, you know, um, sharing, empathy and saying, I care. Hey, I care, you
Right.
know. Um, Let you go on to the next one. Go.
Yeah.
Yep.
Six.
Yep.
All right. Effective leadership. Strong leadership provides direction, support, and encourages growth. An empathetic leader may say, as a strong leader, I am here to provide direction, support, and encourage your growth. Your success is important to me, and I'm committed to helping you reach your full potential. Yeah, when people actually do that, that just elevates the whole company. Oh, he
Yes.
cares. Okay. Oh, she cares.
Right.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
encouraging. Yep.
I'm gonna put my weight on it this time. Okay. That lady put my weight on it. You gotta do it with that same voice. Ugh. Anyway. All right. Accountability. Holding oneself and others accountable for their responsibilities promotes reliability. An empathetic leader may say, we all play a role in maintaining accountability within the team. Let's hold ourselves and each other accountable for our responsibilities to ensure reliability and success.
and and that go ahead.
Ladies first.
So this is really helpful, when everybody's holding each other accountable, because then that means that one is not going to be able to slack off, as much as they may if they weren't being held accountable.
Right,
So holding each other accountable for their own responsibilities. Hey, that's important. I'm not
right,
even going to give any examples. It's important, it's valuable, and it helps you. Again, like I said earlier, it helps you. This is another thing that helps you want to come to work, because you're not going to be doing all the work and somebody else running and hiding somewhere,
yeah.
which is aggravating.
Oh, yeah. Yep. Number nine is adaptability. Adaptability. Being flexible and open to change allows the team to navigate uncertainties effectively. And there's such thing as Newton's law that states that anything that can go wrong will go wrong.
Yep.
So being flexible allows you to adapt in the moment and be like, okay, what's my other options? But an empathetic leader may say, being flexible and open to change is key as we navigate uncertainties. Let's work together to adapt to new challenges and find solutions that benefit our team. And number 10, one of my favorite.
So if you do the tips, and then I'll do the empathetic leader on all of them, and
Okay.
then we can just interject whenever
Right.
we need to.
Right. Okay. All right. Continuous learning. Embracing a culture of learning and improvement keeps the team dynamic and competitive.
Want to add anything?
No, it's on you.
So an empathetic leader may say, embracing a culture of learning and improvement is essential for our team's success. Let's encourage each other to learn and grow continuously. I love that.
Right,
I love that, because it's not all on one person.
right. Not even the leader, it's on everybody. We
Yep.
are we are a unit.
Yep.
All right, recognition and appreciation. Acknowledging and appreciating each other's contribution boosts morale.
Yep. So an empathetic leader may say, I want to acknowledge and appreciate your contributions. Your hard work and dedication are valued and they make a positive impact on our team. Don't that sound and feel so much better than somebody controlling you and bullying
Right,
you, manipulating you and intimidating you? Empathy
right.
is so important. So
Right.
important.
Yep.
Number 12.
All right. Constructive feedback. 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 Okay. Anyway, providing and receiving feedback constructively helps in personal and professional development. I
So
absolutely agree.
go ahead.
No, I said I absolutely agree.
Yeah. So an empathetic leader may say, providing and receiving feedback constructively is important for our personal and professional development. Let's offer feedback in a supportive manner to help each other grow. Feedback, feedback, receive feedback, give feedback.
Yep. All right. Number 13 is conflict resolution. Addressing conflicts promptly and respectfully prevents escalation and maintains harmony.
So I want to remind you, the listeners, that we are giving some key actions and behaviors that can contribute to a great team in the workplace, and some things some leaders may say to help provide peace of mind for the people they lead. And so you did which
Resolution. Yeah.
conflict resolution. So for
Mhm.
conflict resolution, an empathetic leader may say, addressing conflicts promptly and respectfully is crucial to maintaining harmony within our team. Let's work together to resolve any conflicts that arise. These are the kind of leaders that I would enjoy working for, and that I
Right.
would not be going to work being stressed out because they're not, um, being empathetic. They're just ignoring your pleas for help. You know, that employer is not working. They're not doing their job. They're stressing me out because they're running off somewhere and I'm overworking and they're still getting paid. So
Right.
these things are really helpful um, to me. So go
Yeah.
ahead.
Absolutely.
A
Yep.
quick question about that, if I can. What do y'all see about sincere feedback? Because I know sometimes folks will give you feedback, but they want constructive feedback, and you want sincere feedback. Because sometimes people will give you that feedback, and I'm sure that both of you have experienced that. But in the back of their mind, they're actually saying some undercutting kind of things that let you know that the feedback isn't sincere and all of those lines.
Right.
Like you've heard the person say like give you some advice on the job, like say a construction job, like you should really do that, and then under their breath they're going like, he ain't gonna follow those orders even though I told him to do that and everything along those lines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want to comment, Gene?
Yeah. I mean, so yeah. Unfortunately, people are petty and like to say little, little slick stuff.
Right.
If you want to be slick, you just need to keep your mouth shut.
Yep.
You know, constructive criticism is just about helping a person become better.
Right.
That slick stuff is, hey, it's like, yeah, I said this, but I'm gonna cut your legs out from under you. as, as I say it, like a smack and a kiss.
Yeah, exactly.
Mwah, bah!
And a lot of
That
times,
was
but,
that.
but it even comes down to something that I know that I've heard both of you talk about, which is listening. Because a lot of times people don't realize that people listen not just to what you say, but also how you say it and how
Yep.
you do it. Because a lot of times people will give advice and then they'll mutter things underneath their breath,
Yep.
not realizing that you're still listening. So you hear those little snide remarks and everything that are going on.
Mhm.
Because a lot of times they'll give you that constructive criticism, but then they'll make like a snide remark underneath their breath, thinking that you're not listening.
Right.
And when
Yeah.
when people do that and I see it or hear it, I a lot of times I don't say nothing to them, but I am watching them. So I
Yep.
don't even trust you
Hmm.
no more because you
Right.
already
Right.
gave me, you showed me who you really are. So I got that. So I
Right.
see you. I hear you. I'm okay. So then I just, am very cautious,
Hmm.
around that person, and if it continues, then I have to say something,
Right.
Right.
But when I do say something, it's it's in a nice tone. It's a nice nasty kind of,
Mhm.
because I'm like I'm letting without saying all of this, I'm letting you know I heard you, the first time I saw you when
Right.
you did
Hmm.
what you did, and okay, so I got you. But now you running out. You done it too many times, and you just keep on, and you think I'm stupid. No, I'm have to let you know that's not.
Yep.
Well,
So, Jen, go ahead and say what you would go say.
yeah, I was gonna say. So that's when I get like, okay, so you want to be snide, talk trash. I'll tell a person straight up, I smell some cowardice in here. You smell that? You smell that? Oh, what? What? Yeah, I heard you talking trash, man. You gonna talk behind somebody's back?
Yeah,
Okay. So I gotta
yeah,
watch you now. Oh man,
right.
I don't want to hear it now. I
Yep,
know who you are. You showed me.
right.
I trust you. I
Yep,
believed you.
yep. I believe you the first time.
Yep.
So you don't have to keep showing me. I'm watching you, and now
Hmm.
you done it enough. It's time for me to say something to let you know. Look, I'm not okay with that. I
Right.
heard you. I saw you, and you just
Right.
keep on. So stop this. That's creating boundaries. Is exactly what
Right.
that's doing.
Right.
So go ahead. We on diverse perspectives. Is that where we are?
I think that's
Yeah,
what we
because we
just
did
did.
conflict resolution.
Okay. Yeah. You're right. Embracing diversity in backgrounds and ideas leads to richer discussions and outcomes. So very true.
So, an empathetic leader may say, embracing diversity in backgrounds and ideas enriches our discussions and outcomes. Let's appreciate and learn from each other's diverse perspectives. One perspective does not always work, and you're showing respect, which is what we're talking about. You're showing respect when you um, appreciate and learn from others' diverse perspectives, because we're not always right. I don't care who we are. So,
Right.
we can always learn from other people.
Yep. Yep.
We're almost
Yep.
out of time.
Yep. And Buddha said often that everyone is your teacher and everyone is a student.
Yep.
So being diverse and allowing the differences to teach you something that you were unaware of before. That's why I love diversity. Why I love being around different types of people.
I do too. Um, it's you learn a lot
Yep.
if you just watch and listen. You learn a lot.
Yep.
So we're gonna do this next one, and then we're gonna close out and finish this next week.
All righty. All right. And shared responsibilities. Distributing tasks fairly and equitably ensures a balanced workload.
So
Man,
you want to add something?
and do your own work. Don't have people doing your work, man.
Right,
I've had people do that before. It's like, you want me to do your work and my work? Do I get some of your pay?
right.
Oh, no way. Bars.
No way, Jose.
Right. Right. Exactly. Oh,
So,
you define me? Yeah, you what I am. I sure am, partner.
so to share responsibility, an empathetic leader may say, distributing tasks fairly and equitably ensures that we all have a balanced workload. Let's work together and share responsibilities effectively. Let's get this work together.
Yeah, no.
Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's do this together.
Right, right.
You want to add anything, any tips or anything, last words for the show?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just as a leader, remember what it is to be a worker and provide your workers that which you would desire to have provided for you. Um, Always lead with empathy. Like I love how this list keeps saying an empathetic leader would say, or they would do. Because again, if you show people that you care, they'll care. If you
Right.
show people that you don't care, they won't care. You are the example. You are the mirror of the company. So, as a leader, show that you care. They'll show that they care. Y'all make more money, man.
Yep. Exactly. You get more business. You
You
work
know,
more effectively together. You
right,
work in harmony. We know we got to get this done, and you're striving at it together, not putting it all on one person. And
right,
so that keeps people coming to work. From coming to work all stressed out. We're going to be talking about that next week. But coming to work all stressed out and uh, taking work home and being aggravated at home with their families because of the stress from work. So we're going to be getting into a little bit of that next week. We're going to be finishing up with these tips, and then what an empathetic how an empathetic leader will respond. And so we'll be giving you some more information to cultivate a healthy workplace environment, which is what, free from bullying. Nobody wants to be bullied.
hmm
Nobody wants to be going through all these extra changes, causing stress, on people's minds, which when it's caused on the mind, it ends up going into the body, and then so you start seeing things, high blood pressure, for example, more doctors appointments, other health issues, and more doctors appointments and things like that, just because you're going to work stressed out. You don't have a leader that you feel comfortable to go to, and so you have employees, fellow employees driving you nuts. So this is the end of our show. We will be back here next Sunday at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, right here where you're watching us from. Take care. See you next week. Happy Mother's Day again to all the mothers. We send you away with peace, sending you love and joy. Take care and bye for now.